Hey, give me the toy. Give me that toy. Give me the toy. Come here. Come here. Come here. You make. Oh, you're just gonna keep it for you. Give me that. Come here. This is how you play with an older Saint Bernard. You just make him walk around and chase him with this toy in his mouth. That's all he wants. That's all he wants. Come here. You're gonna make me dizzy chasing you in circles, you know. Yeah, you don't care. I know. As long as I'm still breathing, you don't care. Oh, that's it? That was it. He's been running around and barking. He does this. Every time I pull out the camera, he pretends to be pooped.
You ready? Here we go. He did it. I don't believe it. Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers. Let's go. Go.
Hot drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers. Let's go. Go.
All right, Panthers fans, how we doing? So we got the Kings tonight, the Bruins tomorrow, and we have our third string and our fourth string goaltender that are available to us. Bubba and Spencer Knight still not ready, not 100%, not completely healthy. No idea. We know what's wrong with Bubba. We saw it happen. He hurt his knee. Okay, the Spencer Knight thing, man, it's getting a little bit concerning. What the hell's going on with this kid? We've never been told what the injury was. Nobody's been able to figure out when it happened. And then he mysteriously goes and plays 2 full games on Saturday and Sunday, and yet now he's still not ready to go. But they've never even given us so much as he retweaked his injury sort of thing. The lack of information doesn't make any sense. We'll put it that way. Just why not tell us, it's lower body, he tweaked it, and we'll see what happens. I don't understand why they're being all cryptic with this kid. Now, on top of that, it does look like we're getting Stahl and Bennett back, but because we've got all these goaltender issues, they had to send Danisenko down so that we can make room for Matt Gusta to come up. Otherwise, we would not have a backup goaltender tonight. So, the Panthers dug themselves a big hole beginning of the season, obviously. First half of the season, basically. And some years, and I'm not giving up hope. But some years just aren't your year. And this has just been the strangest, oddest, most frustrating season I think I can remember as a Panthers fan. I mean, you had the Barkov thing where he gets sick, comes back sick again. Lundell took forever to get healthy again. You've had, in and out of the lineup with Bennett and Tkachuk missed some games. And who would have thought, right? At the beginning of the season, we didn't even have room for Eric Stahl, okay? And then nobody wanted him. And now he's an important part of the team on that fourth line, and we've missed his presence on the ice because of the rest of the personnel that we have. And then, of course, you throw in Aaron Ekblad. He's I don't know what, right? Now, the last we heard, they said, Coach had said he is still playing through some things. That was like a month ago. He has times when he looks decent, like his old self, and then not so much. And what it really does is it really makes it difficult to look at next season and start figuring out, okay, who's going to come, who's going to go, because if you guys saw the video I did yesterday, next season is the last year of contract for a bunch of important players on this team, and we're not really getting a sense right now of what this team together with Coach Maurice would really be like. We've had a few spurts, but then nobody can stay healthy. Spencer Knight was playing really, really well. Then he got injured and sick. Bubba all of a sudden turns into Vezina Bob, and then he gets hurt. Still can't come back. And there just becomes a point in time when you have to start wondering, man, it just might not be. You know what I mean? You've asked her out 3 times now, and she's told you maybe each time, and it might just be time to move on out and and look elsewhere. So, not giving up hope, but now Buffalo's passed us and got the games in hand. The worst possible combinations of things continue to happen. Last night, between Washington and Pittsburgh, there were 3 points that were handed out. You see what I mean? You needed one of those teams to lose. Instead, we lose ground on both teams. And then, of course, Buffalo continues to win. And, they're young, they're healthy, and we're not. We're not. So, all right, Panther fans, what do we got? Let's go with 6-4 Panthers because I'm going to remain positive. I think we can win. Biggest question, I put this out on Twitter, and it's about 70% yes. I'll ask you guys the same question. If Lion goes out there tonight and plays another less than spectacular game, my vote is to put Matt Guzda out there against the Bruins. Because without Bob or Spencer, we have very little opportunity to win that game, number one. And number two, there's no book on Guzda whatsoever. Teams are kind of figuring out Lion. He's been around a little bit, and you can already kind of tell he's going to make some spectacular saves. But if you can get shots on him and he's going to give up those rebounds, there's a good chance he's going to get in the back of the net. So and it's back-to-back anyway. So I believe if Bob's not ready and Spencer's not ready, which they probably won't be, if they're not ready to back up tonight, they're not starting tomorrow, right? So my hope is to see what Matt Guzda can do on the ice tomorrow night. I've been liking him since the preseason, and every once in a while, those first-time NHL starts, other teams don't know what to do with them, and it's the Bruins. So we're either going to shock the world or not, regardless. So in terms of tonight, 6-4 Panthers. Let's get to So, 2-0 Kings after one. Not that it's entirely Lions' fault, but we don't have an NHL goalie. I mean, we gave up a shorthanded goal. We're not playing exceptionally well, but we don't have a healthy NHL goalie. So, moving on to the second period. All right, so it's 3-2 Kings after 2. Now, I was fixing to come in here and be abjectly depressed over Gustav Forsling getting hurt, but right before I came into the room, they showed him on the ice trying to get loose and warmed up and see, and test that knee. So I don't know if he's going to come back or not, but at least if he's not in the rest of tonight, it doesn't look like it's anything that's going to be obviously long term. It was 3-0. We gave up a second shorthanded goal, not Lions' fault whatsoever. Gudas was actually in position to intercept the pass, and he just missed the puck. And the Kings player was right behind him, put it right into basically the empty net, and they had a 3-0 lead. And we've come storming back with Ryan Lomberg leading the way, okay? Lomberg is just playing like an absolute Tasmanian devil out there, and we absolutely need him. He is playing in Denisenko's spot because we had to send Denisenko down because we have no goalies. So, it's 3-2. Now, we carried a lot of momentum in there. We could not quite get it tied up. You're looking at the schedule and you're looking at everything. You can't lose this game because we got Boston tomorrow. You lose this one in regulation, you lose to Boston tomorrow in regulation. And we're not coming back. We're not coming back. At that point, we could be 6-7 points out with other teams having games in hand. You have to get 2 tonight. I don't care if it takes us overtime. But it's just getting down to it, man. There's only 30-something games left. Can't believe how fast the season's gone. If Forsling can come back and we can get 2 points, we'll live to see another day. Stu and I will be back in the morning.